to BizChicks TV. We're here to help you take the hassle out of your hustle so you can build a profitable business that's fun to run. Here are your hosts.
Here. Hey, everybody. Welcome to BizChicks TV. Today's Friday. It's time for
It's time for Tech Life Weekly, and we are so excited. I'm here with my friend and co-host, Ms. Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terlina from BizChicks, and we are just excited to be in the house today. We always like to bring you information about what's going on in tech every Friday. So sit back, relax, join the conversation, and let's get started.
Yep, you ready?
Oh, yeah. Fran, what do you have for us today?
Well, I got some tech history. I'm sending out a link, and there we go. And so let's find out what is happening in tech history. History this week, August 18th through 22nd. August 18th, 1947, Hewlett-Packard is incorporated. The garage story becomes Silicon Valley's template. August 19th, 2004, Google goes public at $85 per share. Its IPO resets the scale of internet business. August 22nd, 1943, Masatoshi Shima is born. He co-designed the Intel 4004, the first microprocessor. August 20th, 1995, the New York Times runs an early piece on preserving hardware and software, one of the first public calls to save digital history. August 21st, 1993, NASA loses contact with the Mars Observer spacecraft, a reminder of both the risks and resilience of space tech. Tech making history this week, August 18th through 22nd, 2025. Meta plus Google Cloud. Meta just locked in a $10 billion plus deal to run AI workloads on Google's infrastructure. Major shift in AI compute alliances. NVIDIA stopping production of its H20 AI chips, at least in some markets, reshaping the AI hardware roadmap. Apple scaling up production of the iPhone 17, highlighting its next-gen devices and manufacturing strategy. Intel, bolstered by new funding, pushing ahead on advanced chips, part of its rebound story. Palo Alto Networks, strong earnings keep cybersecurity tech at the center of attention. And that's your week in tech history. So a couple of the things that stood out to me was the fact that Google and Facebook was teaming up. That's major. And if you don't have the infrastructure, but that's a Facebook thing anyway, right? Ain't that a Meta thing? If they don't create their own stuff. They just either copy it. I might call them the Borg and assimilate, but they're going to work with Google's infrastructure. So if you don't have the infrastructure to do what you want to do, you partner, collaborate. And what stuck out to me, collaborations can be paid.
Yes, they should be paid. Because it's like taking on a third party vendor. You know what I mean? Absolutely. So you don't have to build off of that.
And sometimes people want, well, I just want to do it myself. Okay, sometimes it may not be, yourself may not be good enough to do what you're trying to do, because everybody can't be everything, right? I don't have the skill set to do.
A jack of all trades and a master of none.
So I need to collaborate with some people who have the skill set, and then we all win. So that was interesting in that story. Apple's, they're talking about Apple uh, iPhone 17 coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Those are tech that's happening, and then tech history. Okay, so they lost the Mars or the something they lost. I'm like, but they want to send us out there in space.
They can't find what they sent out there.
No, and that was they lost something. Um, I'm looking on my notes here. They and it's okay that they didn't find it or whatever, because they're still trying. Because there's a risk going out to space. But I'm trying to understand, why are we going out to space when we are not built for space?
Mm-hmm.
Physically not built for space. When you have to have a helmet,
Mm-hmm.
that it does not make sense to me. So that's your week in tech history. Okay, Terry, what do you got for us?
Yes, I was looking at this and I said, wait a minute, maybe people would be interested in this fact that Hertz is changing up their model. I'm here
Mhm.
with my co-host, Miss Harmony Rose Bradley. so,
Hi.
so let me show this on screen and make sure it's backed up, and I think we're ready. Let's go.
Mashup of the year, Hertz and Amazon are now selling cars together. Wait, did you just say you can prime a used car? That's right, Hertz, the rental car giant, is now selling its used vehicles directly on Amazon. You can literally scroll through hundreds of cars, compare prices, start your purchase, all from the comfort of your couch with that familiar Amazon checkout flow. Why is this such a big deal? For starters, used car buying has always been kind of a headache. Sketchy dealerships, endless haggling, enough paperwork to make your printer cry. But now, Amazon's bringing its signature convenience to the auto world, letting you browse real inventory, read reviews, set up home delivery, a test drive, just like you'd order a new phone. For Hertz, it's a genius move. Their massive fleet of gently used, well-maintained cars gets a new audience, and they don't have to rely on traditional car lots. For shoppers, it means more transparency, more selection, way less stress. The ripple effect? Dealerships are definitely sweating. If this catches on, expect more car sellers to jump onto big platforms. Maybe even see add to cart buttons for cars everywhere. The line between online shopping and car buying just got way blurrier. So, would you buy your next car on Amazon? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more wild shifts in the world of wheels.
Wow. So, what do you think about that? That you can now buy a car on Amazon. And
What
you know how they have those payments where you could stretch it out. I guess you could stretch it out. I-
Well, I think they would have payment options in there, because I don't think people have 40, 50,
Financing.
$60,000. Yeah, I don't think they just have that amount of money laying around, but I do
Hmm.
believe that they could do that type of thing. This is like Carvana.
Exactly. Exactly. And they didn't have to set up a Carvana. Plus, what they didn't have to do was come up with used car lots like CarMax. The cars are
Right.
already being stored on their lots. They just find the one you ordered and ship it.
So this is kind of like the Netflix and Blockbuster thing. So it's
Exactly.
being taken to the next level, in the
Hmm.
sense of, I would get the car because you're going to run. You can do lemon checks. You can do the Carfax. You can do a lot of stuff, and I'm sure they give you time to bring it back if it's not
Hmm.
up to par. Um, and you get a chance to not leave the house, talk to some crazy people at the lot trying to,
Upsell you or
or try to Oh, well, this would look good on you. It's only been driven by a lady from wherever, Pasadena, or grandma in
Mhm.
Pasadena, who's been sitting in the garage, and all those stories. It eliminates all those stories now. It eliminates all the hassle, and hassle free is what people are looking for in whatever they're doing. They want it to be hassle free, streamless. And if they can utilize the tech and the people skills together to make that happen, it's a win.
Exactly. I thought it was genius. It
Mm-hmm.
made sense. Now, you because you were talking about collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
Was that not a natural partnership? And they're the first ones on the block to
Oh,
use Prime. What do you say? You know what I mean?
well,
First,
I think Honda was selling something. I think Honda, it was Honda or something. You could have bought a car online, but it wasn't as prevalent as their entire fleet with Hertz, right? Um,
yes. All the you know how every year they update the fleet?
yes.
No. And I want to say this about that too. I can remember in the 90s, I went to the Hertz used car sale because my job was promoting that and my bank was. So I went there. The guy, and I had two friends with me. The guy showed me the car. I was ready to buy the car. We were doing the paperwork. He went into the building and he left us sitting there. He never came back. It was the weirdest experience I'd ever. And I was like, well, I guess we're not buying a car today. It was the most bizarre thing. The manager came over. I said, I don't know what happened to our salesperson. Da, da, da. I said, but you know what? I'm not buying a car from here. With this kind of experience. But this takes the human factor out of it to an
And
extent. You don't have this crazy car experience.
and see, this is okay. So everybody's talking about AI and the AI taking over human jobs. Well, it sounds like in your instance, the AI needed to take over the human's job because the human wasn't doing their job.
The other thing is the reason why I think CarMax, and do you remember what it was? Was it Toyota or somebody who started talking in the 90s about how they were there for women because women were having such a hard time in the used car market by them as single women buying cars. And so they did something and they had a promotion and all the women were buying these, I think it was Toyotas, but and then CarMax, the price is the price.
Right. And
Okay.
and so they've slowly been doing things to get to this point. Um, and but the digital part of it, the tech part of it, the AI part of it, this is AI because Amazon has that system on point. You know their delivery system works. You know they've honed their skill set. No one else is doing that. Not like Amazon. Okay, I'm not buying a car from Timu. Sorry, not going to do it. But Amazon has a reputation for getting
Mhm,
it right. You know what I mean? That your packages are delivered.
mhm. And Hertz has a reputation for keeping up their fleet. So you know it's been inspected, that kind of thing, and you know where to take it back. Also, I'm wondering, will they actually drive it up to your door so
No,
you
they
can
will probably.
test
Okay,
drive
now
it or
see,
whatever?
I have say again, Dr. Tachi.
I
Okay.
don't
Well,
think they would. No, go ahead.
they would
Oh,
drop
the
it
ignition.
at your door. The truck pulls up just like at Carvana. They go pick it
Mhm.
up put it on the thing, back it up to your house, and drop it off. It probably would have Amazon or Prime delivery on the side of the truck, dropping it off.
Or would Hertz come pick you up, take you to the lot, and you drive off in your car?
Either or.
I mean, there's a lot of different ways they could do this to make
This
it
also
convenient for the customer.
Go ahead, Dr.
So,
Tachi.
this also brings up the fact that Amazon could now get into financing. As you all mentioned, they're not. Nobody has 50,000. I shouldn't say nobody, but if you're buying a car from Amazon, you don't have
more
$50,000.
than likely.
Okay, that's not. You are not amongst the percentage of people that can plunk down that money, and so that's probably not your thing. But this is an opportunity for Amazon to get into the financing and
Mm,
fintech. So
okay.
this is a whole other thing for them. I mean, they already have, you can get like an Amazon credit card and that type of thing. They,
Hmm.
can make and you can pay different ways, but this is bigger because now this involves larger, bigger purchases that you can finance through Amazon. They're making money off of that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure that they're going to come up with some kind of collaboration.
Listen, I can I really blame them? No, not at all. It it presents another opportunity to generate revenue. So and here's the thing, even if the they don't initially sell as many cars as they like, they are still making money if people are financing through Amazon. So they're getting that consistent all the time money from that financing.
So this is good
Now, I
stuff.
got I got one more story when you're ready.
So we're
Just
ready.
before you hop over there,
Mhm.
that the thing with Amazon is it's going to, okay, so when we first started using uh credit card to buy online, everybody was like, no, 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 no. Now the percentage is a lot of people are using the credit cards online in the 90 percentages somewhere. So but it took a minute for the trend to
With
catch on.
trust to build up too, because you
Right.
heard all the horror stories. Yeah.
Right. And people were making up some of the horror stories. So the trend moved like this. It's going to move the same way. You will not have to buy your car and be hassled. You'll be, girl, just go to Amazon and get your car.
That's where I got mine. I hear you.
And it's going to be better. They're going to get better at it.
Hmm.
You don't got to go to Blockbuster. Netflix will send a DVD to you.
Your door. That's right. And then you mail them back. No late fees. You mail them back when you get ready.
Hmm.
All of that good stuff. Oh
Okay.
my goodness. Well, I've got one more thing that I want to. I think I can X this out. If I X this out, will it take it out to see? Yeah, there you go. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Okay, I understand that I'm sharing my screen. Okay, guys, can you see that? About,
Yes.
Yes.
okay. All right, so let me scroll down. This is an app called Gensmo. I guess that's how you pronounce it. But what
Hmm.
it does is it gives you a look for every day. In other words, it's now your first fashion AI agent. You can download it in your Google Play or your Apple App Store, and it says this is the CEO. If you want to see the little story, you can go over to their YouTube. But here's the thing: it says it's a use case playground. What does that mean? It's like a suitcase. Okay, discover cool things that this app can do for your style instantly. So this is what you do with a you got a white skirt or a white dress you want to style with. How about what to wear to a park picnic? Suggestions. What's a fashion model do? Okay, where can I get this exact outfit? It says explore in Gizmo, endless
Mm-hmm.
outfits, inspirations. Swipe to scroll. You like that one? Stopping slays anytime. Okay, so you can go here. Look at this. I'm going to do this and let me know if it changes.
We can see the dresses and things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, but you can go into these and explore now. Okay. Did my screen change for you?
Hang on a minute. It looks like it's trying to. I have
Okay.
it.
Let me go back because I don't want to go over there. Okay. Do you see why Ginsmo?
Okay, you see how that
Yes,
now
now
we
we see
do.
it. Yes.
Okay. You can talk to the AI visually, not just by typing. Style is hard to put into words. Gizmo lets you talk through the images from your photo or collages, try-ons, and shoppable pics. So you can talk to this bad boy and it will come up with styles for you,
Hmm.
designed especially for your body type. Describe a style made for you, not something generic. So you let it know what kind of body type you have. Are you slim? Are you curvy? That kind of thing. And Trini doesn't mean it fits you. Gizmo Builds looks for your body, your vibe, and your real life plans.
Wow.
You see that? So
Wow.
like she wanted to style something with this little dress, gave her the shoes, the headband, the purse. This how you pull this look together. And here's
Okay,
the new beauty.
okay. One little fashion thing that I saw that I don't know. Maybe I'm old school. We do not do black stockings and white shoes.
I saw that in a white dress. I saw that. I saw
Well,
that right
I
here. But
guess
you know what
they're
I'm saying?
getting. I
Go
guess they're
ahead,
getting.
Doctor.
I guess they're getting away with it because it has black heel and black toe.
Mm-hmm, sure.
Oh, because it's a what do they call those things? Spectator.
Yes,
Hmm.
yes, it's a
Hmm.
spectator. So, but
Mm-hmm.
the black is better than white stockings. I'll say that. But how about none?
There you go. But
Okay.
everybody's got their own thing. And
Okay.
drama is drama. So there you go. But it's just suggestions, ladies. Nothing to the black stockings. I'm here to
All
show
right.
you
You
that
know, that was
Gizmo.
just something I learned a while back. I was like,
Well, we also learned not to use plaids and prints, but that's a thing now. So what can I say? But here is your new first fashion AI agent. What do you think?
Oh,
mm,
I love it. There's always let me tell you, you all know I love fashion, but you know what I
Hmm.
don't like doing? Trying on
What's
clothes
that?
when
I hate trying on clothes.
I can't stand it because it always never fails. I'm always wearing something that's not try on clothes friendly.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
And
And
hear
and
you.
and
yeah,
and in the stores, the stuff on the rack, I need a top from one size and the bottom from a different size. And I was like, you know what? Somebody needs to fix that, and maybe this is the fix.
yeah,
And that's very common because my daughters always had a gap in their jeans because their waists were so small, but they had hips. So it's like
And
you
and
got
tho-
to get there.
and that's not accounted for
Because that
when
fit
you're
model didn't have any hips. You know what I mean? So
right.
maybe
Most
this
do.
way, once you find the perfect fit,
And that could be an answer to the whole fashion dilemma of, fashion was not, this is the funny thing, fashion was not made for people because they are trying to conserve money and only make uh, samples that are going to use the least amount of fabric, right? So they're not accounting for all the exactly because we want to show you the style, but I'm not trying to spend a whole lot. I've already spent X amount on this showing. I'm not trying to spend a whole lot on the making of these clothes. So I'm not doing above a certain size. I'm not adding extra fabric. So even though we may like the style, we have no clue how it's going to look on us. So I like this a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I just
Yes,
made
we can hear you.
right. I know. I mean, I don't know a lot about fashion industry, but I know the business that they cut. It's a sample size because they cut every other size from the sample size. They don't get every size and cut. The sample size is what, a 4 or a 6, and they cut
Or
from that.
zero.
No, it's like a 0 or a 2.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they cut from the fit model, and then they do the sizes from that. They don't fit a size 2 or 4 or 6.
Yes. I used to work for Levi's, and
They
I
don't
would
do
go
that.
into the plants. Yeah, they cut for the fit model. And the
Yes, they
fit
cut for
model
the
does
fit
not
model.
have
They
hips.
estimate for every other size. That's why it doesn't fit.
Is that why I can't buy no 501s?
Probably. No,
501s are not for you. That's
No,
only you.
okay.
they don't.
Those fit
They don't
models
fit on
were
a
very
person. Yeah,
interesting.
they have one fit model, and that's it. They don't have a person each size. They don't do that. So I know that much. That's why it doesn't fit.
And therefore, I do not have any 501s.
But that's why you had
And
the
that's
rise of full figured fashion, where they did. Because I have a friend that she's a full figure model. Well, she doesn't model anymore, I don't think. But she was a model back in the day. Beautiful woman. She had short hair, like she had the Caesar, like real short hair, but she could walk the runway. And
yes.
I think she even had she was on a show where they were doing something with full figure fashions.
Okay.
And but anyway, she's in that business, so she would always talk about how it was for being a certain size model. So, but that's where you get the rise of all the designers that were like, okay, we're going to do a fashion line for full figured above this size. And then they actually was like, we're going to fit to the bodies as close as we could. So,
Yes. Once they found out there was money in it. Now that's maybe that's one of the benefits of having an AI fashion agent. They can source that thing or show you how to wear it for your body type.
yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, it makes sense because AI is going to be is being used for personalization. Excuse me, personalization in all industries. Personalization. Like, for example, we were saying about the fashion industry. They were like, we're not going to cut for we're not going to get 12 models. We're going to use one and just do it from there. Whereas AI is coming in and saying, hey, we can do it for all types of bodies because there's no one size fit all.
Okay, so do you guys want to see my little AI models?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let me see. Where did I put them in I put them over here. Now, I was playing with AI over this past week. Where are my downloads? It's in my downloads. Yes, here we go. And I don't have to worry about wearing stuff. So let me see what I got for you. Let me share my screen. I wonder, can I see my window? Okay. Where is my window? Oh, maybe I don't have it open all the way. That's the problem. I do have it open, so.
Oh, we got a visitor today, huh? No? She said no. She said no. She not.
Lost. Okay, not that window. Not the Chrome tab. Very funny, friend. This is interesting because I'm not seeing my window like I normally would. Okay, window. Let me just go here. Okay, what do you see now? Just my
We see your files. We see a list of files in
okay.
the Finder.
Yeah.
Okay. How about
Yeah, close, quick look. Yeah, so we see what you're doing.
okay?
Following you.
Okay, so I probably just need to open up the file because it's not going to let me do that. So what do you see now?
List the files
The
under
file
in your
list.
downloads.
Okay, so this is Tech Friday, people. It's okay. And where is stop sharing? Let me share one more time. Let me see if this is doing this.
It's a PNG. You want to drag it to the browser and then have it open in a browser window.
Now what do you see?
Now we see a picture of you in a green suit in a Mars green, dark Mars green, dark forest green. I'm not sure.
Okay,
That is.
so I don't own that suit nor the blouse or anything. I own none of that.
And that's not your office either.
No, it is not.
She said that's not your office.
Nope, never been in that building.
Wow.
That's what I said. And then there's another picture. Let's see. I think I pulled up another
I
one.
like that, but the fit, I would like the fit to be a little more tailored. It's like a little buckling around the button.
No, I know.
Yeah,
What?
but it's
AI?
real. But it's
Yeah.
me because
Yeah,
that's how that would fit.
I
No,
want that.
but how did it know that it would fit me that way? That's all I'm saying.
That's true. Well, then you could say,
Well, they take the
please
measurements of the item.
go. Please loosen the fit on the.
They
No,
take
but
the measurement of the items, right? And just
Yeah.
no, I just said put me in this building.
okay.
I didn't give it nothing. I didn't say color, nothing.
How do you get your face?
Because that's the only thing I put in there.
Oh, okay. Okay, because I'm like, I don't like putting my face in it, but well,
because okay, so what I don't know what's up right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the same one?
Okay,
yeah. So this is the thing about AI. It will guess. If you say put me in a moss green suit, it'll put you in a moss.
If you leave it up to them, they're gonna put you in a suit. So
yeah, that's what I mean. So you have to specify the suit and the cut and the style. The more details, it gets closer to what you want.
Okay, so there is. I'm still trying to figure out where is my stuff.
Cause see, this is when I make my business women on my on my social media videos and stuff. I spend a lot of time doing that, like the pattern, the color, the this, the that, and then what it gives me. That I go, I don't like that, and then I go back. I never take what it gives me because I'm like, I want it to be very specific. So I get in there with the weeds. Some people don't want to do that. I understand that, but I get in there and say, and I even seed it with a picture of what I want. Like
right. So I didn't have all of that, and I was like,
right. No. This is from where it starts from here. And you
right. And so I said, I had you have the character, which is my face, which is my photo. Mm-hmm. Literally, I gave it my photo. I said, now put me in my car.
Right. But see what I'm saying with AI, you have to say the position, the sunlight, the light. You have to
no, CTJ, but what I'm saying is I didn't have to tell it any of that. I said, put me in a silver Model S, and this is what it gave me.
Right. And see, that's what I'm saying. You said, you didn't say put me in a car, you said the specific type.
Right.
It determines, it kind of guesses.
Okay, so are you seeing the car?
Yes.
You turn sideways.
Right. Yeah. Okay, but I didn't ask it to put me in jeans, or I would wear this outfit.
AI guesses.
I know, but it
guesses. You would wear the shoes too?
Yeah, I would change the shoes.
I might wear the shoes.
I wouldn't use this because look at your right hand.
I see it.
Okay.
Yeah. But the
See,
point I'm trying to make is it was less than 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
all it had to work with was my face.
Mm.
I was like, what the? Now the car ain't quite exactly right because I can tell some stuff. I'm like, okay, but it's close enough. The
Yeah.
interior of my car is tan. I did ask for a tan interior, but okay, they may not got the model quite right, but whatever. The point I'm trying to
You
make
can
is
put-
AI is getting real good.
you could put the model in. You could say what car it was, and it's gonna try to match. See, it's match like we
Right.
talked.
And it tried to match it. I'm not complaining about that.
Right. No,
One of the
that's what I'm
other
saying. Some
pics.
people will take this as is, and like Dr. Tasha and I was saying about like the shoes or whatever, I would tell it, put me in some black loafers or put me in some whatever heels or put me in some red Louboutin, whatever. And it
Right,
will
right. But all I'm trying to say is AI is getting real good, y'all.
Yeah.
Because
You're right.
I was like, wait a
And it
minute.
doesn't take as many steps.
It
I'm
really
encouraged
doesn't.
by that.
Yes, because it's getting easier to use. So if I needed a candid shot of me, something that I needed to spruce up the look of my website or something, I now don't have to go through a whole photo shoot.
Absolutely.
They put a ring on the left hand side, and I was like, okay. Right hand is, they still
I
working
was
on it.
amazed at how quickly it did that.
Right. And I got one more I'm going to show you because I could show you the whole, whatchamacallit, but it was interesting to me that you could do that. I was like, seriously? And now this one is different because it changed the expression on my face. It took the first one is the photo exactly that my whole facial features was the photo. The second one, okay, they gave me a different expression.
It's interesting. AI is really trying.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Which means, some people can use that for bad as well.
Correct.
And you're going to need to be looking very closely. I knew I wasn't in that room and whatever, but it's fun. Terry, you're muted.
I'm sorry. I really liked what it did and how quickly it did it. It looks authentic. And I thought, oh, like this will look great on LinkedIn. This will look great in an ad. This will look great. You know what I mean?
Right.
Putting people in different settings and giving them a natural look.
And then the lady that did our class the other day, when she did her digital twin, and we was like, what the video, okay, because I thought Brittany was good.
Oh yeah, no. Alicia's digital twin was spot on. I saw you in the class. I was like,
did you?
Fran is here. Yeah, I was in there too.
Yeah. But what were you saying? You're right. That digital twin, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, the AI, as it gets better and better, it's less choppy and it becomes smoother because it studies more human movement and how you would move if you were turned this way as opposed to this way. So it's like the old school rotoscoping that that Hollywood used to do. So plotting out the points of what you would look like there. So now instead of needing to have an actor and have everything plotted out on them with the sensors, you now have the same thing with AI. It's interesting.
Just like just like other things in other parts of the industry are getting easier to do and are becoming more integrated into our lives, this too can help you. Um, Now, the photographer I need a really good headshot in order to make that work. I can't have some weird something, but we can now
Random stuff.
like a real estate agent myself, I can create my own headshot and not remember we were talking about Amazon and you can go and get your car and buy it right there. Well, I don't have to book the appointment with the photographer, figure out what time they can make it and all of that.
Worry about the backdrop.
And if but photographers are still necessary because you still need the first photo to do what you need to do because the AI needs something to work with. It still needs the original person in order to do anything. So the photographer is not out of job. They just need to be more okay, yes. The photographer's job is going to need to, because people already doing this with their phone to take pictures, and they keep trying to take, well, that's not a real picture. That's not a real camera. I beg to differ.
If you can shoot movies on it, I'm sure it can take photos.
And yeah, so how do you put your value into whatever it is that you're doing? You can no longer be lazy about doing whatever you do.
I think that's the interesting thing. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
That's, to me, is the interesting thing about AI, because I think for a while we've all been coasting. I shouldn't say we've all. People have been coasting, particularly some more than others. And now, because there is something that has a propensity to shake everything upside down and you fall out into the water, yes, like you dumping out your purse and all that gum at the bottom of the purse thought its spot was safe, not when you dump it out upside down. And that's what AI is doing to everything. And so now it's like, well, I really do need to be better. How can I do X, Y, Z? So there's competition, and it's not just against yourself. It's not just against others. It's also against what AI is able to create. So I think this is very interesting.
It's pushing us. I hear you say it's pushing us to be better.
Yes.
We have to step up our game because we can't hide behind, well, there's so much information.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, TJ is up.
Okay. This week in social media news, TikTok has implemented a hashtag limit. Some users are now being told that TikTok has put in a 5 hashtag limit on posts, restricting the amount of topic tags that you could put on your TikTok videos. Now, TikTok hasn't provided an official explanation. There was someone on Reddit that said they claim that TikTok has advised that its change in approach for hashtags aim to improve the user experience by reducing clutter on posts in streams, combating spammy uses of tags, and improving the relevance of content discovery through more focused use of tags by creators. Now, that's not an official thing for TikTok. TikTok hasn't said anything, but this is what's being reported, that they're putting a hashtag limit. And there's actually a little image that pops up and it says, you've reached your limit. So we will keep our eye on that. Sticking with TikTok, the man in the White House has launched an official White House TikTok account this week.
Oh, look, I guess it's going to be here.
I guess they're not going away.
So they, if you want to go check it out, it's at White House. I did not watch. I'm just reading the story. I don't really care what that man is doing. So he put up a video, and this is the voiceover or whatever it was. Every day I wake up determined to deliver a better life for the people all across this nation. I am your voice. The caption that goes with the video says, America, we are back. Of course, in all caps. What's up, TikTok?
Okay, so are we sure that AI twin didn't do that?
We had no idea, and I don't really care. I don't care what they're doing.
I'm just thinking, okay, now with that, and this is a side note, TJ, I apologize for interrupting your flow. With that verification is going to be a lot more important. Just saying that I'm verified as the human.
Yep, indeed. So there's a little bit more to this, and it leads into one more story about TikTok in China. So TikTok's future in the U.S. is still unknown, as this man continues to extend the deadline for ByteDance to divest to sell TikTok. He signed an executive order in June, pushing the deadline to September 17th. This is the third time he has extended the deadline for the ban to take effect. TikTok had a quote, and hey, let's read it. We are grateful for President leadership and support in ensuring that TikTok continues to be available for more than 170 million American users and 7.5 million U.S. businesses that rely on the platform, as we continue to work with Vice President that dude office. They said this in June. Now, following up on that, the Chinese government has put out a statement that they have no intention of selling TikTok algorithmic black box as part of any U.S. partnership deal. Now, this came out from state media publication China Daily. This is the CCP, Chinese Communist Party, says that the launch of an official White House TikTok account this week contradicts the focus of the sell-off bill and the risk that the U.S. government is seeking to protect against. Basically, what are you doing? You're banning it, but you own it.
It's Taco Tuesday.
Hey,
you're banning it, but you own it.
So we're in this loop, and I said we were going to be in a loop, and I said all he was going to do is kick the can down the road legally, and he's kicking the can down the road. China's not selling. They said from day one they wasn't going to sell. But this dude is like, oh, we're going to do the biggest beautiful deal, and la 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 la, wham. China's over there like, yeah, whatever, dude.
So they're selling. It's going to be hard to sell something that you're a part of.
How you going to sell a house that people don't want to sell? I'm in my house.
How you going to sell a house if you're living in it?
I'm in it. You keep coming on, knocking on the door. Oh, you selling? I told you day one, and I'm telling you day whatever. I'm not selling.
But then you move into the house.
You rent a room for me.
Just camp out on your front lawn, and I'm gonna call the police because you're not supposed to be on my front lawn.
Okay.
Isn't it
special?
Something. It's a something. It's a something. I don't know what it is, and I just go waiting to exhale.
So, TJ.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is very interesting, and the whole thing is sheer stupidity. That's number one. Like you said, you're moving into a room in a house that you don't own, and you're paying rent with your eyes. It's stupid. It's this whole calliope of nonsense. It just doesn't make any sense. But I will say that I think the effort they realize the power of TikTok. They know that a certain that there's a certain demographic on TikTok that they would ultimately like to reach.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's in addition to whatever other cockamamie reasons, this is another reason.
They may want to come off as a hero. Look, I saved TikTok. I saved it again. I saved it again. Yes, you get
Right.
everybody gets 90 more
Which-
days.
Which would make them the hero with
just thought
that
about this.
demographic on TikTok.
Let's put this little
Exactly.
piece in that the last 2 weeks, Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, what has he been doing? He's been trolling him.
I love it.
And that's this White House TikTok thing is a response to that, because they see Gavin as winning, which he is. In the court of public opinion, he is. So they're like, well, we're just going to go on TikTok and. But you're right. It's a clown show. Calliope is stupid, and that's why I don't pay attention to it.
They said it's a clown show.
The clowns are constantly coming. Been said January 20th. All of these clowns. How many more clowns are there?
That clown car is big. That's a big clown car because they keep coming out.
It's like the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl show when all the
Yes.
dancers was coming. Like, how many dancers gonna come out in this car? Which I love that. I'm not saying that was bad. I'm just saying this. We said day one this was a clown car, and the clowns are still coming. So,
well, when you hire a clown, the circus will
Yes.
follow.
yeah, you got what you paid for. You wanted this, you got it. Like he said, the people that voted for him said they didn't vote for whatever he's doing. He said, yes, you did. He said it on national TV. Yes, you did vote for this. What is else to say? There's nothing to say. More clowns are coming out. He's gonna do September 17th. He'll announce that, oh, I've saved TikTok and I've signed another 3 months.
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think the key is here for people to remain informed and vigilant and not fall for it. It's like, no, you didn't. And here's the thing, that the people have to be vocal about it. So what tends to happen is whenever, the regime says, oh, well, we were able to do X, Y, Z, and nobody says anything, even though to the contrary, we know that's not the case. I think the thing is you have to remain vigilant. You didn't save TikTok. You just delayed.
I'm going to say all of us here are very smart knowledge, but we know day one it wasn't. I told you on day one what was going to happen. And here we are. It's I'm going to call them the dummies, the intelligent, the ignorant, the ones that are happy to be ignorant. They will never come out of that. They won't. So he's reaching them. And hey, what did Hillary call it? A basket of deplorables? Did she lie? No, she didn't lie. The media's in on it. They're in on it. That's why they won't report on things. They report on what they're told to report. Can't trust anything coming out of our government. You can't trust. The CDC has been stripped. What else? Name a department. It's been stripped. And you cannot trust what the government says. Not now. Hopefully in the future when we get this clown car pushed off the cliff, the clowns are gone, then we can get back to stocking the shelves and it's like after a hurricane, what do? You got to clean all that mess up. So we're going to have a cleanup. And at this moment, I really don't, for my own sanity, this is me personally, I don't pay attention to anything that man says because it's all a lie. Is he lying? His mouth is moving. The people standing around him when he takes pictures, those people are all complicit. And I don't listen to anything they have to say. Now we're in the place where we have to, as a community, whatever community you're in, you're going to have to determine to find the facts and fight this or fight that or stay back or whatever. That's where we are. We're on a state level, a local level, a community level of let's get our community the facts of this, that, and the other. We cannot rely on the government. That's where we are.
Well, and this is why independent news sources are going to be so important. Independent, trusted news sources. And there are many that are cropping up now because as you said, you can't trust the mainstream media. I definitely do not trust mainstream media.
I don't watch
It's compromised.
I don't watch
So
it.
yeah, because
I
it's
listen
compromised.
to Midas Touch. Don Lemon has a show. Joy Reid has a show. Jim Acosta has a show. All
Mhm.
your trusted, if you trusted them, say before the pandemic on TV, those people are now independent. Like Dr. Tati said, they're independent journalists, most of them, and they're using their skills and their knowledge to keep that going and say, hey, we're not on mainstream media, which nobody's watching that anyway. We're on YouTube, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on Substack. People know where to find the thing, the trust that they need to find. That's a
Absolutely.
part of it. Now, we can't worry about those who watch that FOX channel. Those people are lost. I don't try to save lost people. Harriet Tubman said what?
Ah!
What did she say?
I could have saved many more if they only knew they were slaves.
You can't save everybody. I don't try to, because that means when there's this is what a lifeguard trying to save somebody that's drowning. Unfortunately, they tell them, listen, you got to calm down because if you can't take me down, I'm not going to let you take me down, but I'm here to save you. So you have to calm down and relax, and then both of us get saved because I'm going to save you. But if you're floundering and scratching and clawing and this and that, the lifeguard is going to let you go. It's called self-preservation. And right now, communities have to preserve the knowledge and integrity, the information, and thank goodness we got internet and social media for that. At least they haven't messed with that yet. Who knows? Who knows what the playbook? We kind of know the playbook because they have a website called Project 2025. But let's hold on. And Dr. Taji's right. You got to find the information where it is because it's available. It's not on mainstream media. It's not on TV. Don't look for the media to tell you the truth. There are lots of things going on they will not report on.
And it's really sad because as somebody who's a journalist, for the longest time, I had such a belief in the way mainstream media was able to do things. I always loved independent, but I also really respected mainstream media. But it's really sad, and I never thought it would get to the point where I don't really have respect or trust in mainstream media. And I'm a journalist and a media person, and I don't. So that's why I'm looking for outside sources, etc. And it's because these journalists are beholden to the organizations and agencies which they work for, and there is a news agenda, and they stick to that. So you just
That's
have
what
to be
I'm gonna
vigilant.
say. The news that you trust, there's no more Walter Cronkite, CBS, Edward Murrow. Those days are gone. Corporations run everything in America. And a corporation's job is to make money for the share. They don't care about you and I and us. I said the same thing about social media. But there is journalism, and then there's media. The two aren't the same. We thought they were, but the real journalists have come out from under that media rock, corporate rock of what is it, News Corp, Murdoch, and all these people that are in the conglomerates and all these. They
Yeah.
crawled out under it and said, "Wait a minute." That's why I said there's YouTube. There's YouTube. Thank goodness there's YouTube. I watch Don Lemon on YouTube. I watch Joy Reid on. I get the pop-ups. Substack, Midas Touch, whoever. There's another guy, Brian something, his 3 names. All these things pop up, and I go, "Oh, that's interesting," and I go watch. But that's how it is now.
This is kind of like, how you used to have your favorite newscaster
Yes.
locally.
Yes.
Yeah, and if they left the station, you would go, "Oh, I really liked that person." Now you can follow them wherever they go. You're not stuck to the station. You're following the individual, the person that you vibe with, if I can say it that way.
And see, here's the deal that we're learning as Americans, that we were covered. They showed us what they wanted us to see. And Dr. Tachi knows this because she's in there. That the nightly news, there's a producer that determines what story comes on. You don't get to see everything. They can't show everything. But now we're seeing, wait a minute, you guys have been placating us. We're the frog, we're the crab in the, with the frog slowly boiling in the water. We didn't know it, but now we know. It's a painful thing, but I hold out hope that we're going to have a place to where the truth will come out. Those that seek the truth will find it. Those that are, watch that channel, they're indoctrinated. You can't save them. They're in a cult. So let them be in the cult. I wish we could jettison them off the Mars or something. Because I don't care that they're doing their thing over there. Just don't be here on planet Earth. Be somewhere else. No, seriously, take your colonization and go somewhere else, because we don't want that. There's other people that are like, we gotta save them. They're in the cult. No. I go back to the analogy of the lifeguard and the person that's floundering out in the riptide. We told you not to go there. Told you not to swim. You're there. So
sometimes you just have to let the sea take them out.
Listen, I look at it like that, and they're like, "Oh, you're so cold." I'm like, no. Everybody that's an adult, you got to decide. The knowledge is there for the picking, the truth or the untruth. And you got a person that's been, the first time this dude ran, I sat there and watched, was it the morning shows? He would call in on Good Morning America and George Stephanopoulos. I will never forget that man. He sat there and just let him talk. He would just let him talk. And the things that came out of his mouth. And I'm like, they're not doing anything? They were part of the, I don't know if they were part of the plan. I'm just saying that they allowed this road to happen. So I don't pay attention to, I'm like, oh, he's on TikTok. Good. TikTok's algorithm will show him to the people that love him, and they will be happier than pigs in mud. And I say, hey, enjoy it. We over here in real world doing real things, and we getting ready to cut. We ready to cut, like there's that meme of them cutting off Florida. Sorry, Tati, but there's a meme.
No, that's all right.
Bugs Bunny cutting off Florida. I'm like, can we cut them off and let them float and be their little nation over there? Thanks, but it's a wish. But this is what's going on. So he's on TikTok. They're on TikTok. They're spreading their agenda to those who are open to it. Thankfully, a lot of people have woken up. And they taken that term woke and turning it into something bad. I'm going to use it. People have woken up, the smart ones who were in that group, and they're like, "Oh, we didn't know." So yeah, come on over, but you got to act right. We got rules over here. We don't follow the rules that you follow with that guy. So you coming over here, you in my house, you got to follow these rules. If not, we're gonna kick you back over there. Back over there. So it's just fortunate that there's more people coming out of that stupor, that cult thing that they're in, and they're coming up and waking up. So hopefully there'll be more of us than them. And that's what I have to say about that. All right. Good.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say something.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Oh, okay. All right, so we're going to roll on to Meta. Meta is rolling out AI-powered audio translations for video. So they are rolling this out, this feature for all users on Facebook and Instagram globally. This new feature allows creators to translate content into other languages so it can be viewed by a broader audience. Meta said that the AI translations will use the sound and tone of the creator's own voice to make the dub voice sound authentic when translating the content to a new language. They will also let creators use a lip sync feature to align the translation with their lip movement, so it's seems like a natural talk, like natural language, natural talking. So this feature supports translations from English to Spanish and vice versa, with more to be added over time. They're available to Facebook creators with 1,000 or more followers and all public Instagram accounts globally. So how do you get into this? So you go to you click on translate your voice in Meta AI before publishing the reel. Creators can then toggle the button to turn on the translations and choose if they want to include lip syncing too. When they click share now to publish the reel, the translation will be available automatically. You can view these translations and lip syncs before they're posted, and you can toggle them off at any time. Now, people watching the translated reel will see a notice at the bottom that indicates it was translated with Meta AI. Those who don't want to see translated reels in selected languages can disable this translated content in the settings menu. Now, here's the quote for Meta. Meta AI translation use the sound and tone of your own voice so it feels authentically you. And the lip syncing feature matches your mouth movements to the translated audio so that it looks like you're really speaking the language in the reel. And that is what Meta's doing. So they have an AI-powered audio translations for the video. Is that something we want to use or no?
Okay, so this is a copycat of the YouTube situation because YouTube automatically translates your videos.
Yes.
So they're still doing their same old thing they always do.
Yeah, they're doing the thing they always do. They copying from here, copying from there. This is it's going to be. I mean, I don't know how many people are going to want to use it or notice the setting or know to go to turn it off. I'm kind of like, I don't know. Let me see. Let me see what's going on. But remember, Meta AI is AI, and AI needs a language model and it needs content to train on. So just be aware of that. That we're now in a world where you use Meta, all the things that you say and post, even images, are going to be used because they need a language model to build their AI on. So
Yeah.
and remember that when we signed up for Facebook way back in the day, and this is the thing, they will update the terms of service. You get those notices. You get those notices and you just click okay. But every time they update it, they're putting things in. So it may not have this AI thing may not have been in the beginning, but it might be there now. I haven't looked at it. Barb Tomlin, she's good for looking at privacy notices in terms of services. So I have to see if she's posted anything about it. All right, so one more. Instagram adds Reels linking. So there's a new feature that enables Reels creators to effectively build their own series with various Reels clips by linking Reels to one another in stream. So there'll be a new link to Reel option within the composer. When you're making the Reel, you can connect up to several Reels into an ongoing set. So you can make a series and they'll be linked. So there'll be an overflow menu and you can select older reels. So you can be able to go back and get older reels. If you have several clips on the same topic and you want to lead your audience through the sequence, you can connect them and it'll say, it will add a watch part 2, watch part 3, watch part, how many you put up, how many clips you put up at the bottom of the clip. Instagram says this will enable expanded storytelling in short form, while also giving creators another means to organize their content and guide users through related clips. Now, this is, again, like Fran said, YouTube is doing, not YouTube, but TikTok has done this already. So, okay. He goes Meta, like, okay, we're going to follow TikTok. So TikTok offers a linking tool as well as a series options that enables creators to build a collection of linked videos. So this is not new; it's new to Instagram, and we'll see how it goes because Instagram says this was a much requested feature. Like the content creators are like, we need that, so they're giving it to them. And we'll see. So that'll be an easy way to do clips and link up clips and tell the story, like a storyboard. And I love the option that it says watch part 2. Like there has to be a thing that says watch more here. Otherwise, they're not going to know that there's a part 2, a part 3, a part 4. So what do we think of that? The Reels linking.
So we can't so pretty much you have to link the reels and not just put together your whole, like maybe you wanted, you know what I mean? It's sectioned off where if you'd have done it, you could have done a longer reel and said everything.
Realize I see this as taking longer form content, and it's, you could chop it up into reel sizes and then just have it linked. Instead of telling people, oh, well, go to this link and watch the whole thing, which, again, I talked about, you tell people what to do on your posts and things, but they don't do it. They do what they want. So if they watch part 2, it should be big, or it should be somewhere where it says there is a part 2, or it rolls automatically in a part 2. That's a good thing, because you can take, say you got 10, 20 minutes of a podcast or something, and you want to put the whole thing up. Now you can, chop it up into reels and then have it linked this way. Because if it automatically rolls into the next one, I'm all for that.
Right. And I'm all for, why don't you just let me put a longer reel on there in the first place and not have me chop it up?
True.
Mm. And I don't mean crazy long, like give me a 10-minute reel instead of whatever we got right now. It would make sense. Just give me a longer reel. I don't need to chop it up. But okay.
Do you think people will watch a 10-minute reel? I mean, on TikTok, they'll watch something longer, but would they watch a 10-minute reel?
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking they would if whatever you're watching is engaging enough, they would watch it, because there's something I would watch for 10 minutes on there. If I'm engaged and they're providing the information, I'm like, oh, well, that's pretty good. I will watch it for 10 minutes.
And see, remember the limit on reels is 3 minutes. So,
but now they want us to chop it up, and
you're right. See, there's and remember, Instagram is chasing the younger demographic, which they are into short form. That's how they grew up, short form stuff. We like long form because we watch movies and TV. So I don't know. We'll see. As long as they can do it like automatically, like I can. Okay, I'm gonna put 10 reels, whatever the limit is, of 3 minutes, and Instagram says, okay, I'm gonna let it like your Netflix. It rolls into the next episode, or when you watch a streaming, it automatically goes into the next episode. You don't have to do anything. So it's kind of like Netflix content like that. I'm interested. I'm going to try it out.
I want to see how that goes.
Yeah. So where is it? Let me see. Link a reel option within the composer. So you have to compose a reel, and then
they're making me work.
So I'm gonna take a look at that. I kind of like that. We'll see, Instagram. We'll see.
Because they still didn't give the people chronological and all this other stuff. But they are giving them here. Play with this.
I could, it's like a game for me. I say, oh, let me see what Adam posted today, and let me see what the content say. Oh, give us chronological. We don't want this. Okay. And Instagram doesn't care. And that's your social media news and update for the week.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, that is way funny. Dr. Tachi, you have the floor.
Can you give me 1 minute?
I
Yeah,
can.
Give me just a minute.
sure.
Okay. So it's been really interesting. The Meta is teaming up with Google to use their AI, to use their infrastructure
Really?
for AI. $10 billion to collaborate with them.
Well, it kind of makes sense if you don't want to, like, you don't want to build your own house. Somebody else is selling you a prefab house.
Right.
Just buy it.
Right. And so, and I can see that happening. And these collaborations are going on all over because Apple collaborated with OpenAI,
Yeah.
which I think is probably the smarter move. But Gemini ain't no joke either. So,
Oh, I'm Gemini. I'm loving it.
that's what I said. Gemini is not a joke. I was like, I
Caught
I
up.
I use Chat GPT for everything, for asking questions and stuff. Somebody told me Perplexity, if you want to do research and things like that, to use
Yeah,
Perplexity.
deep research. Yeah.
Right. And I was like, okay, well, I might add that to the arsenal. But I really just talk to Chat. How do I add a stream key to my blah 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 blah? I'm just talking general stuff and get answers immediately. I was like, I love it.
See that I was thinking about this the other day. It's pretty much when we first got in this boat in November 2022, it was ChatGPT. Now we're in the boat where it's like there are so many tools coming out. Pick the one that you like, because a lot of the time they are based on OpenAI, or they're based on Bing or Gemini, because Google is selling, they're basically private labeling it. So you
Right.
don't start from scratch. You say, hey, let me get this off of Google. They allow you to private label it, and you can call it whatever AI you want to, but it's really, because that's the thing. I just looked up the Meta and the Google deal is cloud services, which they were with Amazon, I think Amazon, I'm not sure if Amazon is the biggest. AWS is the biggest cloud service. And then there's Azure, which is Microsoft.
Azure.
All the cloud. But see, the infrastructure is there. So Meta is like, I don't need to build an infrastructure. We'll just private label or piggyback off of one of the big three.
Right.
And that's why Google is Alphabet, because they have all of these products.
Right.
So enterprise level, and it's like, okay, we built the platform for the house. Here's the platform, and they sell the platform, or they give access to the platform, and you pay us monthly, or you buy it. There's different ways to do it.
And that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing with what they're doing with OpenAI. Like you said, other people are using the OpenAI infrastructure and creating their own GPTs.
Yes. And you can make the GPTs in Google too. They call them gems, which I love. So I kind of switch back and forth. Like, what do I feel like? Do I feel like apples or oranges today? Like, okay, I feel like apple. Let me go over here, or let me eat this. I'm gonna go over there. So,
and it's all up to.
It's the tool. Listen, I'm so excited. I played with Canva Code today. Do you know what Canva Code is?
I looked at Canva Code, and I am wanting to get over there.
Oh, I used it yesterday. Okay, get in there and play with it. Okay, Canva Code is, you go over to Canva and you look for Canva. It's not there. It's like you have to look. I forgot where you go, and it says Canva Code, and you type in what you want, like a website or an app or whatever it is. I want to do that. And it said, okay. And it started coding it, and you see the code. I was like, ooh. And then at the end of it, whenever you decide, okay, it's finished, like you're going to add on a page, add on a this, add on a that, you can make it a presentation. You can make it a website. You can make it a document, and there's something else you can make it. So I made mine a website. Oh, can I show you? Oh,
yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, but go ahead and show.
Show
Okay.
us.
I just thought about this real quick. Okay. I haven't
No, it's
finished
fine.
it. Let me bring it up. So it's Canva Code. Of course, you have to have it's not
Pro.
the
You got to have the pro version.
yes. Let me because I made a URL. It gave me a URL, published it and everything like a website. Let me find it real quick. Okay. So I'm really excited because I saw it on Instagram. Somebody was like, "Oh, you could." And I was like, "Say what?" My mouth dropped open. Say what? All right, let me see what did I call it? Oh, I called it 7-day. All right, hold on. Let me see. 7-day. And you just type in the idea like ChatGPT. Oh, I got it. Okay. Let me see. Let me make sure it comes up. Is this it?
And see, the cool thing I like about this stuff is that we don't have to write code for stuff. Just tell it what you want.
No. It's you could see it. It's like two windows, and it said okay, and it spit the code out, and you see it. And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" All right, let me share it.
Yeah, I can see writing lines of code is not fun for me.
Oh,
Screen.
screen.
Share, then screen, and
Screen. Okay. Oh, trying to figure out how do I share this thing.
then you put the.
Yeah,
you
I got
can-
too many. I got too many tabs open. Sorry.
And then you can put it. You can, if you have the URL, you can stick that in your browser.
Weird. I'm sorry, guys. I got too many. Is that it? Yes. Okay. All right. So this is I just off the top of my head. I hope it's showing. Is it showing up?
Start here. Online growth roadmap.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it's showing. Okay. So this I've been playing with some stuff, and I was like, I can do this. So this one is is how you clarify. I got to change the language on it, but I was just playing with it. So you wanna put what problem do you solve as a business? Who's your target audience? Who's your ideal audience? What's your approach? And then it gives you your value prop where it says message preview. And then it goes in when you do that, it goes into here. Pick your platform. LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. It put it on there. I don't want it on. I'm going to say it all. Pinterest, Threads, Medium, Substack, podcast, personal blog. And then it says you start with one platform and master it. And then I believe I set it up to where it makes content. Here's the content. It tells you your strategy. 40% educational, 30% personal, 20% promotional, engagement. And then it goes in and say, well, Monday you should do an educational post. Wednesday you should do a personal post. Friday engagement, and then there's some tips. And then when you complete the roadmap, it goes into the calendar. Can I go? Oh, content plan. Okay, I can't go into it. So at the top right, it says 3 steps remaining to unlock the planner. So I have to fill it out
Before you can get to the next step.
It makes the content planner like Monday. What's Monday? August, whatever. This is what you should post.
This is good, TJ. So your clients
it's excellent.
Just go here, click, and
I did this in how many minutes? 10. It started out as the roadmap. And then I did the planner, and then I told it to connect it together. And it said, okay. And it put it up as, let me see if I can show you in Canva. I got really excited with this thing. I said, what?
It's exciting. I love this. This looks great.
What? Okay, so I think when you go to Canva, you click in the box at the top where it says what you designed the gate today, and it says code for me. So I'm going to switch over to that so you can see. All right. I'm not over there. Can you see the screen?
Yes. It's what we designed today.
I can't see it. So this is the code. This is code for me. Describe your idea and I'll code. You type ChatGPT, whatever. You put it in there. And you don't have to pick the stuff at the bottom. It's just there. You just, where it says describe your idea, what do you want to do? I want to whatever. I want a form for them to fill out. for, oh, let me see. We got a minute?
Go.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I want a form
I yield my time.
for my website clients to fill out with what did the type fill out with the type of website they want to build. Questions for them to answer. I'm trying to remember what I did last time. I just typed something in. Answer before I build the website. I don't know. I'm just typing.
See, this takes us up a notch, TJ, because ChatGPT.
See that? You see what it's doing?
Yes. Do you understand? This takes us up a notch because I can tell ChatGPT that I want a form, but but it won't create the form. I have to
chat
put it over here.
Formaloo. So I will tell ChatGPT I'm doing it in Formaloo or whatever type form, and it'll tell you how to do it. But this one is doing, so it says, I'll create a comprehensive client intake form to help you gather all the essential information before building a website, which is what I was trying to say. I didn't say it that way.
And but it understood what you were trying to say.
Yes.
That's the part I like. I just need to talk.
I just want to see what's going to happen. See, it's just building. It'll keep working. It'll build the code. It doesn't. You've got it done. And then once you do it, you can. It goes to Canva, and you can make the website a document. I think a PDF, a presentation. Okay, so it says perfect. So look what it did. Can you guys see that? Can you see that?
We see.
Okay, we want to go
play. This? Do you see this?
Ooh, we submit the project request.
We'll review your submission.
I love that.
I didn't say it.
Oh my gosh.
So on the left, it says, I've created a comprehensive client intake form that covers all the essentials. Try it out. So then I can, if I want to take it like this, I go using a design. Here we go. Website, presentation, doc, or whiteboard. So if I go to website, I'm going to leave it. I think it stays over there. So then it goes to website. Here's the website. And then I can go to, let's go to preview. That's the preview.
Okay, so it didn't switch on our picture.
Oh,
so
okay. All right, here we go. Can
you have to switch. Oh, okay. See,
you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I can send that link to somebody and have them fill that out.
Yeah. So I'm going to go to publish website. And is it still there with you guys?
I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it says site address. I called it 7-day content, but I can change that to website client. See it changed it to the slug, the URL, website client questionnaire template. I can change that to what I want. I can also attach it to a domain that I own. The settings, I could go into the settings and do different things with the settings.
Okay, see.
If I go to publish, and I'm going to publish this because see, then it publishes.
And then we can just share that with the world.
It's live. So now I'm going to switch over and it's live. How long did that take?
Less than 5 minutes.
I could share this. And I will.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. I gotta take a look and see where it goes.
Look, I see what I'm gonna be doing this afternoon too.
Exactly.
So I gotta go in and make sure it goes to where I need it to go.
Right.
Share this tab. So then I can probably come back over here and says, well, where will this information go after they fill out the actually?
So
can I store this info after they fill out the form?
They're probably gonna make you a Google sheet. Shut up.
Hold tight. Great question. Google Forms, type forms. Okay, so I have Formaloo. I'm going to see. Oh, it says suggest Netlify form. If you're hosting a site, convert it to a Google form. Create a version that saves the Google Sheets. Show you how to set up an email notification. Okay, I'm going to say do 1, 2, and 3.
Okay. See,
Because I'm like, which one? I don't know. Do 1, 2, and 3. So now it's making 3 versions for me. One for Netlify, one with email notifications, and one that saves the Google Sheets. So again, here's the code. All I got to do is sit back and watch it go.
so it's taking what it did and adding the destinations to it now.
Now
Okay.
there's a because I was watching Gary Vee the other day, and he was saying there's a site called Lovable.app.
Yeah, lovable.
Yes.
But I was like, I got Canva, and I was like, Canva does this, right? So I went over to Canva, and I was like, oh, it's inside of Canva.
There's so much. And you know what's, look at this go. Canva has come a long way from being the janky graphics app. Because
I know, right?
I was like, this looks so basic, or as they say, mid. Ugh. But
Right?
it slowly got better, which is why I was using Adobe, the Adobe app for a while, just to create things for social media. But then
Yeah.
slowly Canva got better and better, surpassed what I'm able to do with Adobe. And now they have this. Sheesh.
I see
Okay.
Canva as I need a quick and dirty this, that, and that. And Canva will do it. I don't want to spend hours on something. Or if I want to do something from scratch and I know how to do it, then I'll go to Adobe. It's like that for me. I go, I want something real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Canva.
Okay. Okay. So,
It's
uh,
working. See, look, it's doing.
Dr. Tachi, I'm gonna let you take the stage, but
All
TJ,
right, go ahead.
you just gave me an assignment for the weekend, because all the forms and stuff that we've been wanting to implement, you know what I'm saying? I
Oh,
don't have to go. What I gotta
Canva
put
code.
name. Okay.
Canva. I said, listen, there's a tool for everything now. Is why I was going for everything now.
And you just need to know what buttons to push or what questions to ask and where to ask it. Okay.
There you
This
go.
was worth the price of
There you go. I learned this yesterday.
whew.
Last night, in fact. I did it last night. I was like, get out of town. It's still going. All right, sorry, go ahead.
Dr. Tachi, you got the floor.
Yeah, no worries. This was well worth yielding time. This is
What was it,
serious.
10 minutes? What did I take? 10 minutes?
Mhm.
I think it was about 10 minutes, but I really now there's like no excuse. This is going to be what I'm doing. I'm like, there are other things that I want to do, but I think maybe I'll do this from the beach. Huh? Why not?
Yeah.
Well, if you have that environment, I say do it.
Yeah, absolutely. As long as it's not going to rain, I will sit on the beach
do it.
and play around with this. Yeah, absolutely. So there are just a few things that I want to talk. Let me stop lying. There's a list of things, but I'm just going to talk about a few. Okay. So let's start with this, the American Music Awards. The AMAs are going to stay at CBS. They've got a 5-year extension. Now, if you didn't know, Dick Clark Productions produces the awards, and now they've signed this 5-year deal to continue airing the AMAs on CBS, and then they're going to simultaneously stream it on the same day as Paramount Plus.
Okay.
So this comes after this year's awards, which aired in May, and they averaged 4.86 million viewers. Now, doesn't seem like a whole lot, but it's more. This is the highest total for the award since 2019. So I think this is making them hopeful. In my head, I'm like, don't get too hopeful, but this is making them hopeful. And so they're extending this deal. So the audience was up about 38% from the last telecast, and the last time it was on ABC in 2022. And adding to that, there was 10 million added to that because of replays on other Paramount channels and delayed viewing. So they did quite well. So it was 4.86 million, but adding more than 10 million because of the replays, right? So They first, in case you didn't know, Dick Clark Productions and CBS first collaborated on the AMAs in 2024, celebrating 50 years of the awards. And that drew about 6 million viewers. This new deal kicks in next year and will run through 2030. And this will also help to soften the blow of CBS losing the Grammy Awards to Disney beginning in 2027, in case you didn't know that. So the Grammys are the most watched music award show, but the AMAs have a solid draw over the years as well. So they're like, we need something. So give us the AMAs. So that's what's happening over there. They're staying with CBS, and you'll be able to watch it for a 5-year extension. Lots going on with CBS, isn't it? So let's continue on. I wanted to piggyback off of what you were saying, TJ, with social media and Pinterest. I don't know if you saw this, but I saw this as interesting because I am a fashion girly. So they've opened up a thrift shop for Gen Z.
Pinterest has, or American?
Pinterest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Pinterest. So yes, so not that this is anything new, because you've got lots of secondhand marketplaces that are apps and online, but it makes sense because of the way Pinterest is set up, right? It's a mood board, basically. So they have some new e-commerce experiences. And this one is called Thrift Shop. It features pre-owned items from sellers across the platform. So it doesn't have it's actually not one shop per se, because it doesn't have a single centralized point of sale. So instead, Pinterest has aggregated vintage and secondhand items from the community, and they're working with, quote, top vintage and thrift resellers around the globe. So it's not like one centralized place, but they're making it like it's one centralized place. So
let me stop you right there, because remember, Pinterest is a search engine, like YouTube is really a search engine and stuff. So when you go to Pinterest, I did a real quick while you was talking, I did thrift shop. I just typed in, and I wanted to show it on the screen real quick.
Oh, great.
So what they do, you're right. They aggregate and they go to. Oh, I'm trying to bring it up. I'm sorry. Keep going. I'm going to try to.
No. I'd love you to bring it up.
If your board is tagged, I'm pretty sure this is how it works. If the board is tagged, however they do it, you tag yourself thrift shop. It's going to aggregate, like you said. It's going to It's going to bring it up, and then you just show it to you. Real cool. I love that idea.
I think it's cool, and they're actually doing this because Gen Z loves this type of stuff, and there's been a demographic shift where Gen Z is replacing millennials as Pinterest's primary audience.
Right.
So they've been trying to connect with Gen Z, as you know, for a while. So they did in June a partnership with Emma Chamberlain, who's a Gen Z creator, and now they're paying attention to their tendency to shop for sustainable goods. So as we know, Gen Z is tagged as being very much about sustainability. So the thrift shop idea makes sense. And if you think about, like, Depop has been popular for a while. Yeah, I have stuff on Depop, but do I really sell there primarily? No. But if I have something that I know that younger, like Gen Zs will like, I'll put that on Depop.
Yeah. I remember Gen Z likes Pinterest because Pinterest had that. I wonder if they still had that app, the collage app, because they like collages and different things, and it was shopping and putting their favorite outfits, and then I forgot what the app was called, but it was Pinterest. So they kind of know, listen, we over here quietly getting Gen Z to like what we're doing over here in Pinterest, and then there's the shopping feature. So
Right. And if you look at it, this makes sense as well because of the way it's set up, because that Gen Z likes that type of format, because they like sustainability, because all we have to do is look at another app, Facebook, and Gen Z isn't really on Facebook, but when they are, what are they there for? Facebook Marketplace.
They are Marketplace.
Exactly. So that this makes perfect sense in the ecosystem of social media apps and social media platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just wanted to bring that up because I
No,
found that interesting because I'm always reading stuff about fashion,
no.
reselling, and that type of thing. I'm like, okay.
Good catch. I forgot to look at because I'm like pictures. There's never any like real news. So I was like,
Yeah,
I didn't.
no, there's not. They're really stable, right?
Yeah, yeah, they're very over there quietly in the background doing their thing, sneaking around, and Gen Z is like, "Hey, what is this?" So good catch, thanks. Because I missed
Yeah, yeah, no
that.
worries.
I usually try to catch Pinterest. I'm like, they're not doing. It's like them and LinkedIn's not really doing anything. They're just
No,
quietly over there being themselves. So
they're not doing anything earth shattering. So it's like
nope.
there's nothing new, but nothing bad either. So,
And the
but
thing about Pinterest, they always talk. The last thing I read was they always talk about the stock price and Pinterest is not a buy, Pinterest is down, and all the negative financial stuff. So I never pay attention to what they say. I'm like, Pinterest is doing its thing. It's something lightning with them, and they'll be big as like TikTok in a minute. I don't know what it is, but they if they do something, they're gonna be big like TikTok. So we'll
yeah,
see.
exactly. And I have to say that these apps, while they always have a solid base, there are ebbs and flows
Yeah,
of people that gravitate toward it because of a specific thing, whether it's a specific feature or a specific creator,
yeah.
right? They will gravitate there. So it ebbs and flows. So you have your base, but then you've also got these, new people that have come over. All we have to do is look at what happened with Threads, right? So
Yeah,
Threads was big when it first came out, and
yeah,
then it
'cause
kind of
it was
waned.
mhm.
But then X started on their malarkey, and people are like, you know what? I'm going to Threads, and there was a whole resurgence there. So it also goes with what's happening socially, politically, etc. as
Mhm.
well.
And there's
So
a lot of smart that when I mean smart, I mean people having intelligent conversations over there. Like really in deep questions and conversation, not like crazy stupid stuff. That's
Threads is
going
not
on.
the place for the
Grown
rubbish.
folks. Grown folks I want to say is over there. Grown
And I think that's interesting because whereas Threads is like an offshoot of Instagram, even though it is the it's all meta, but
Yeah,
it feels like a an offshoot of Instagram because that's how you entered it initially, right? And
right.
so it really feels like a it's really feels like an intention, not that they intentionally did it, but it skews older
See,
intentionally.
the thing with Threads, I understand why they did it was because it's a new app. So how do we get the most signups and the attention? Tie it to Instagram, which a lot of people didn't like. I understand that, but Meta was like, how do we get the numbers? Oh, tie it to Instagram, and then now they're untying it, and then Threads is kind of like its own thing now. I don't even think
Right.
about Instagram when I go to Threads. I'm like, I go there now for like I need the news from adults, like smart people, like people that are talking and politics and news and this and that and saying things that I like. So
Exactly. Exactly.
you go where you like. Go hang out in the app you like.
You go with who you like.
If you like True Social, go on over
Ugh. Anyway.
there. Go over there, have fun. Bon voyage.
Mm,
See you
don't
later.
come back here.
Don't come over here.
So, off of Pinterest onto YouTube. YouTube Music is celebrating its 10th anniversary. Can you believe it's already been 10 years for YouTube Music?
Can't believe that. That is
I
crazy.
can't either. I mean, I was blown at the 20 years for YouTube, right? So,
Yeah, no. It
yeah,
seems like YouTube was just a thing.
not 20 years. Yeah, 20 years
Yeah,
because it was
20, yeah.
2005. Yeah, 20 years,
It's
2005.
20 years. Yeah.
Yeah, I was blown at that. So YouTube Music is celebrating their 10th anniversary by showing you which bands are in town.
Mm.
So they launched. they launched in 2015 after a really long development process, apparently. So they now are giving you the opportunity to show you what bands are there. So it's a new feature that is integrated, and it will be like a pop-up, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they've teamed with people like Sabrina Carpenter
Okay.
to do this, and they said this in their blog post. We're adding new notifications to let you know when upcoming releases from your favorite artists are announced, new merch is dropping, or event dates are added, so fans never miss a beat. So yeah, you will get a pop-up notification when bands are in town on YouTube Music now. So happy 10th anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah. If you're into YouTube Music, you have it. It's a thing. ESPN will not be airing Spike Lee's docuseries on Colin Kaepernick, citing creative differences. This is according to Reuters. So, if you didn't know, Spike Lee has directed a multi-part documentary series for ESPN Films about Colin Kaepernick.
Oh,
And
really? I didn't know that.
yeah. So it may not matter now because apparently now it's not going to be released, according to both Spike Lee and ESPN. So
Really?
ESPN said this last Saturday in a statement to Reuters. Quote, ESPN, Colin Kaepernick, and Spike Lee have collectively decided to no longer proceed with this project as a result of certain creative differences. And Spike Lee said, despite not reaching finality, we appreciate all the hard work and collaboration that went into this film. It's not coming out. That's all I can say. And he said this at a foundation fundraiser dinner.
Okay.
And then when they asked why, he declined. Spike Lee didn't elaborate because there's a non-disclosure. He said there's a non-disclosure agreement. He said, I signed a non-disclosure. I can't talk about it.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it's interesting. So I didn't realize how. So Colin Kaepernick is 37 years old at this point, and he played with the San Francisco 49ers from 2011 to 2016. And in 2016, so it's almost 10 years now since that, this is when he ignited this national debate when he knelt during the anthem. And he hasn't played since. So a representative for Kaepernick said that he had no comment about the docuseries on Saturday. And actually, the production on the series started in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And so now it's 2025, and they're not doing this. So interesting. Thoughts? Any thoughts?
Do we want to see this creative piece? Not, I mean, I know Spike, will have. He's very creative. Do we want to see a piece about Kaepernick after how long has it been?
So it's almost 10 years. It's about 9 years at this point.
Okay. I haven't heard anything about him lately. Is the Gen Z, not that I'm saying Gen Z is the gauge of this, but do they know what this is about? I know the older crowd, the boomers that watch football, they don't like him. I know that. I haven't, like I said, I haven't heard anything about him in a while. I was like, oh, that guy that kneeled and he was trying to get back into playing, and there was a whole, I don't know. I mean, I'm just like, is there a market for it? Basically,
This is the interesting thing. Obviously, he's become quite the philanthropist. He's been things. Huh?
No, go ahead.
What happened? Oh.
Who, me?
So
no, I didn't say anything.
Okay, I think I have a little lag.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so he's become quite the philanthropist. He's been involved in a number of different things, talking about racial justice, etc., which football brigade can't stand because they just like to pretend like business as usual and nothing happens in
And
the
I think
world.
they shut up and play.
Yeah, I don't do people like that, which is why I'm not a fan of football. They can keep it all day. Like, they keep the NFL all day long. So he's been doing quite a lot of those types of things. And at one point, he did want to play. At this point, I don't think. Well, he's 37 now. Who wants to put 37 is not old, but to put
No,
your body through that type of thing, who's going to do that now?
honestly, to be honest, I don't. Unless you're Tom Brady, nobody's gonna pick you up at a certain age. It's football.
Mm-mm.
So
No,
that's what I'm saying. I mean, I didn't know what he was. I'm glad that he's doing, doing those things in a philanthropy kind of way, which is good. And I was just like, well, who would be the market for this if it's not on ESPN, because it's sports centered, because he was a player. So I would love to hear the story of what he's doing now versus that whole rigmarole of the kneeling from last, because we're in a different place, unfortunately.
right, right. Well, so from a sports perspective,
Right.
it's different, but maybe from a social justice perspective, there's something. So I think here's what I think. They yes, he's sports, but he's transcended sports. And I don't know what the focus of the documentary is, but
See
by
that?
it being on ESPN, it makes this story a sports story, and it's so much more than that. So I honestly think ESPN was the wrong place.
To do the philanthropy part of it would not, it needs to not come from ESPN, because they're sports focused. I'm trying to think of who would be able to handle that in the non-sports, this is philanthropy kind of way. Apple or Oprah, or I'm just throwing some names. I'm trying to think of, because it really, when you're doing these projects and ESPN puts money in, or whoever puts money, they're looking at, well, who's going to give us the views? How are we going to get the return on it, money wise?
Right.
That's
Now
just
I don't know where they
what's the market? Who's the market? That's always the key. Who's the market for this?
right, and I don't know where they shopped this before, but I'm thinking Netflix would have been a place to do
Yes.
this.
Okay, Netflix. Yeah,
Um,
because they did the Michael Jordan thing a few years ago. The Michael last something. I forgot to watch it, but that would be the place.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think there are lots of different things, but who knows if this will? Yeah, who knows what will happen with this?
See,
But
this
if
is a rebranding. I just thought about, this is a rebranding issue. Like we were saying about the sports side of it, would that be the market? Or like you're saying, like, I didn't know the things that he's doing philanthropy wise. That's another market of it, and where would be the best fit for that? A PBS documentary, a something, a Netflix, or whatever. If Colin owned it, he could just put it on YouTube. But it depends on what they want at the end of the road. But see, Spike Lee is involved and ESPN is involved. ESPN put their money in, so that's why it's like, well, where's the money? Let's drop this thing, because ESPN is gonna be about the money, not
absolutely,
philanthropy. That's just how it is, business wise. The business is like, we put X amount of dollars in, we want to see the ROI.
exactly.
So that's interesting. That's a very complicated thing going on there.
Yeah, it is quite interesting indeed.
But see, here's another part of it with Colin. Like, I would love for him to be more visual, or publicly out with what he's doing. Not to brag, but I'm like, I don't know. I didn't know he was doing these things. It would be nice to know that he's doing these things if he had his own channel. I don't know if that's his focus. See? It has to be what the person wants. So
Right. Well, he's teamed up with lots of people before. I know that he's done something with, was it the Native podcast? Like, he's done a bunch of things in the social justice realm. So
okay.
football is no longer necessarily his thing, even though he probably still loves the sport. I'm sure he realizes there are definite flaws and it's a problematic system. And so, I mean, that's the whole reason he knelt. He put everything on the line for that when he knew there could possibly be a problem. So
But see, here's the thing. What I'm saying is, like, I don't see his presence as a brand online, and that allows a vacuum for others to dictate your brand and say things about you. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no, I do know what you're trying to say, but maybe that's not his focus. I
That's
don't
it.
know.
Again, maybe that's not his focus, but I'm just saying if he's got an agency or PR behind him, that should be their focus of not selling him, but having a space to where you control the narrative about you in any level of where you want. It doesn't have to be all the time, maybe occasionally or whatever, but you don't allow the vacuum of the PR to, because see, when I go to YouTube, I see all of this negative stuff about him.
Well, and see,
Called again. So it allows the vacuum allows those others who are not in your camp and not for you to control the narrative. And then it's like the people that don't know you but should know that you're a good, not a good person, but you're doing good things. It kind of reputation management of, I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. I don't like that part of it. I don't like the part that he maybe doesn't want to or whatever. I don't know the back with him. I don't know the background with him. Maybe he doesn't want to be, but you have to, as a public figure like that, you kind of have to have some kind of PR presence, because in the absence of you saying things or presenting things, the media will make stuff up and it will be negative. And then that kind of floats the boat with people who don't care to learn about you, or they're ignorant of it and don't care, and they kind of go with whatever the story is.
that's true, but I think here's the thing. It's only because he was such a public figure before. Because if you look at other people that do social justice work, which is primarily what he does now, they're not, you don't hear about them all the time on the, you know what I'm saying? So if that's what he's doing now, it's just that in his former life, he happened to be a former NFL player.
Right.
But if you're doing the work of social justice, your thing is not necessarily to, and I get what you're saying about branding, because you are a brand, definitely.
Yes.
But that's probably not his primary focus,
Right.
but it's right on par with other people that do that type of
And
work.
I'm not saying that it needs to be his focus, but usually people on this level have a social something or a PR something or an agent that says, hey, let's have a little something that's positive and we can frame the narrative on YouTube or Instagram, stuff they put out to count. It's kind of like a counter, and I'm not saying that he has to do it at all. It's just, he could have somebody do it in a non-selling way to be out there. It's because he has a YouTube channel, but it's really like there's old stuff and it's all like football, him working out, highlights, throwing the ball, stuff like that. So
Right.
it's interesting. I just think this is interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting indeed. So let's go off of that.
Yeah.
And let's talk a little more about YouTube. YouTube is actually making a play to host the Oscars.
What?
Google is, yeah. So how can Google convince them to bail on TV networks and movie studios and say, hey, come to YouTube? Can they do that? So let's look at what they have. ESPN, or what's going on. ESPN has lost about 35 million subscribers over the last 10 years. Paramount committed 7.7 billion to make its streaming service the exclusive home of the UFC, and they outbid Netflix. Yellowstone creator Taylor Sheridan teamed up with billionaire Ross Perot Jr. to build a film studio in Texas. Taylor Swift announced a new album on her boyfriend's podcast. Ashley Carmen has a unique angle on that tape, and Paramount is now a meme stock. So this is interesting because all of that shows where it is shifting, where the industry is shifting, and it is away from traditional media, right? So they're making a play for the Oscars. They want to be the next home of the Oscars. ABC has owned by Disney, They have aired the show for almost 5 decades. It's always on ABC. Comcast and NBC's Universal wants more live events. Netflix is Netflixing, and Amazon is also spending lots of money on live programming. And then, as I reported earlier, Paramount CBS just lost the Grammys. So YouTube has inquired about buying the rights to the Academy Awards. This is according to Bloomberg. And they have a big interest in live events. Here's the thing, YouTube does live all the time, even if it's not always huge live events, they do live. I remember very well in the heyday of Versus, remember they were doing, sorry, hold on. Yeah, in the heyday of Versus, remember they had also included YouTube. So now you are able to see more than just that skinny little picture on your phone on Instagram Live. Now you could go to YouTube and watch like a concert, right? So they've been doing live events. So this would not be anything new for them. So let's look at what they've gotten already. The NFL Sunday Ticket they had, right? This week, the New Heights podcast was live because of Taylor Swift, right?
Right.
Announcing that thing. So they're able to do these types of things and draw numbers. YouTube is the single most watched video platform in the world, and they could deliver the eyeballs and offer a giant global platform. That's the thing here.
Right.
So whereas the Academy Awards or the Oscars is just really a US thing, and possibly Canada. It's a North American thing, and you can watch it here. Putting it on YouTube would put it on a global scale.
It would.
That might also bring new attention to products that are coming out of Hollywood on a global scale as well. Right now, it's a really closed insular system. So if you live outside of the US, why should you care? Something like this could make people care.
Well, remember, because in the last couple of years, I have not watched it. The clips. They clip it. So you can watch the clips after, or you can wake up and watch the news show, morning shows, and they're talking about it. Because it's, if they're out there, they haven't gone to sleep. So you wake up 7 o'clock, whatever, and then they're still there talking about it. So you don't have to watch the show. You just watch the clips. And then there's the fashion breakdown, which is what a lot of people want to see, the red carpet looks or this and that. All of those things are clipped. And even before the next day, you could go to YouTube or TikTok. I'm sorry, not YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or whoever, X or whatever. And they've got the fashion breakdown. They've got this is the hot clip, like the Will Smith thing. That was all over the place. You didn't have to, people didn't watch the Oscar. They were like, what happened? And the clip is there.
The slap. Exactly.
Yeah. So I feel like that is, especially with Gen Z, they, clip culture. You watch the clip.
Oh, I agree with watching the clip and not watching the whole show.
Right.
Definitely. I think I always do the highlights. But this is also a way to garner that will be a way to garner new attention. It's new audiences, because there is not an international audience for the Oscars as it is.
Right.
Because you can't watch it.
But if they put it on YouTube, there you go. And then add in the translation, closed caption, CC part of it. And languages, and there you go. I like it. YouTube having live events and doing more things.
Right. I mean, now this doesn't mean it's going to happen, because it's going to be on ABC through 2028, and they're in the middle of negotiations now for this. And here's the thing: the other bidders can offer both broadcast network and a streaming service. At least 3 of the people that are bidding own major movie studios that prioritize theaters. So I think also all of that is balderdash, because I think they are still very much in the age, they're still kind of looking side eye at Netflix. They still want for things to be the traditional way, and things are moving away from it because we have to look year over year. The viewing for things like the Oscars are down. Now, if you ask me, it's too long because they still have other Academy Award ceremonies off air.
Yeah,
And
there's a lot of
this
stuff that happens before the airing of the show.
correct, or the week before, things like that. And that I agree with rewarding people for the good work. I just don't think that we need to sit here and watch you reward each other for 4 hours, 3+ hours. I think those days are gone.
See, we
Especially
got social media now, and it used to be in time before the internet when I'll just say black people on TV, and you ran and you watched it on TV because you won't be able to see it again, or this thing was on TV. Now we're in an age where you have Netflix, you have a replay, you have I can go back and watch it on my time. So there's not that culture of must see TV at Thursday night 8 p.m. NBC. Right? So we don't have that anymore. We're in a culture where I can watch whenever I want, whenever on my time.
yeah,
So
exactly. Appointment
that,
television is done.
yes. So that's kind of like, we're there, people. So I don't have to watch your thing. Especially
Correct.
if there's no diversity or DEI or no this or that that's going to entice me to watch it. I got other things to do. I got other things to watch on my dime, on my time. That's
Exactly.
how the habits go. I want to share this real quick because we were talking about YouTube. I was going to read this and I haven't had a chance to read it. So this tells you YouTube has more viewers than Netflix and Disney combined.
Yep. I saw that the other day.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, so there you go. That's all I got to say. There's YouTube.
That's all that matters. It remains to be seen whether or not I think here's the thing too. You can make, I think that's fine to vie for that. I would actually not. YouTube, if I were you, I would just leave that. And this is why. Because this could be a big thing, definitely for you. But I think that there are other opportunities. The the Oscars, it's a big night for people in Hollywood, definitely. But again, the importance is waning. It's not that it's not important, but it's not as important for other people. How many people are like, "Oh, I got to go home because the Oscars are on"? No,
Not anymore.
not
It used to
anymore.
be.
It used to be, and I think here's the thing: it used to be because A, yeah, we were interested. B, stars were so ethereal
Unavailable,
and unavailable
inaccessible,
that you were curious about their life.
inaccessible, and now they are.
Inaccessible. Exactly. So I think those are the things. And then also the fact that you didn't really have much choice of what to watch. So you watch the Oscars or go to bed. You watch the Oscars or there's not a whole lot of choices on. You had a few
Right.
channels. And so if you weren't watching that, and it was so big because probably what was going on competing channels was not as big as the Oscars. But now you have so much content that competes. Nobody's worried about you.
Just
Especially if so I don't, obviously I have Sling. I don't pay for cable because it's a waste. So my local channels, I'm reduced to using an antenna for that, which I'm fine for. But sometimes things don't always come in clear. There might be a problem depending on what station it's on.
right.
Okay, well, I just can't watch it. I don't miss what I don't have.
And I do the same thing too. I'm like, well, I don't really have any interest in it. If I watch TV, I'm like, oh my God, all these commercials that this. I'm like, I don't do that. I don't want to do that anymore because it's like that's interruptive. That's very. It's not a good feeling. So we're in an age where it's like you said, I don't have to watch it. Oh well, I missed it. The news. I don't watch the news. The news comes to me. I pick up my phone, I go to Threads, and there's a story.
Absolutely.
reputable, and they have a link to Reuters or whoever, and AP News. I go there and that's interesting, and I put it down and go about my business. See?
Exactly.
So
So let me. So go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to move on to the last few stories. Let's talk Netflix. They are launching an astrology hub. So, yeah, an you're going to have
or your horoscope or what? Well, go ahead. You explain.
So it's a new Your Zodiac watch list that's going to feature on subscriber homepages tomorrow.
Really?
And it will recommend movies based on each astrological sign.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. It is quite hilarious. So the collection is going to be updated throughout the year to keep pace with the Zodiac calendar. And this is what Netflix says. At Netflix, our team of curators on the member experience team created these themed collections to help members discover something fresh, fun, and timely. So for example, Scorpios are supposed to be passionate, charismatic, seductive, and mysterious. And they'll be pitched mysteries like Wednesday and The Night Agent. Geminis are thought to be social, playful, and funny, and they'll be pitched stand-up specials and shows with talkative characters. Leos are supposed to be confident, generous, and loyal, and they'll be pitched content about royalty and leaders like The Crown and Bridgerton. So this is terrible. I'm Aquarius. It says, for instance, Aquarius are considered oddballs, quirky outsiders. That's not true.
Right. I understand they're trying to curate a thing. It's this will be fun and it'll get people to watch Netflix. I'm like, you already turned Dr. Taji off with being wrong. So I know if I look at my side, I'm like, you're gonna be turning me off with stuff that's wrong, and I'm like, I don't like that.
Right. So although they'll save, like for Aquarius, they're going to pitch content about alien, sci-fi, and space. I like sci-fi. I don't know about aliens, but I really like sci-fi. But if you have that assumption, then you're going to pitch me things that, like you said, I don't necessarily want to watch.
Listen,
so
they tried it.
They tried. They're trying all sorts of. You're doing a good job already, Netflix. You don't have to play reindeer games.
They tried it. They got to do things to keep you paying that fee that keeps going up. What is it now? Is it $21? Or is it
That's
more?
Not what I pay. I have the plan with ads because I had an original plan that was really inexpensive without ads. So they phased out that plan. And now there's what is it, $7 a month or something like that with ads. So they just downgraded me as soon as they got rid of that plan. So I'm not upgrading to anything else.
Exactly. I'm trying to remember what it is. I have to go on and look. But
what the price?
The fee, the price. I'm not sure. What do I have? I forget to watch that. Honestly, I should just cancel it. I forget to watch it. I really should.
I mean,
if
you haven't, it's like with clothes. If you haven't worn it in like some time, get rid of it.
Yeah, I mean, I do. There's a couple things I like. I'm waiting on Bridgerton, but I mean, Bridgerton has been like 2 years. I think they might be coming next year. I don't know, but
that's how you. But you know what? That's the quickest way for me to. I'll be back when Bridgerton.
Yeah, sign up when the show comes back. I'm just.
But that's churn.
They're trying to get to this is a Gen Z thing. They're trying to get let's curate a list, a Gen Z kind of fun thing. And like I said, you can try it. Netflix, will it last? Will it work? I don't know. So, but
we'll see.
We'll see.
All they can do is try. And I think that's where I will end it.
Okay. All right. So thank you very much for that very illuminating discussion. The stories on media, very important. So we're at the end of the show, and I never know how to end it, so I'm going to throw it over to Dr. Taji, the media professional.
Oh wow, okay. Thank you everyone so much for coming and watching. Those of you who watch live and watching on the replay, do we have the graphics for the
Yes. Let me. You go ahead, and I will.
well, put it up and I'll say it because I don't
Yeah.
remember it in order.
Let me. I'm never the
So
one that's looking. So
yeah, no worries. So
go ahead.
the Biz Chicks have a number of different shows daily, Monday through Friday, that you can watch. Great programs. And if you want to connect with the Biz Chicks, go ahead and visit bizchicks.net for all sorts of wonderful information. And you can actually text. I don't know if we have that text number.
33777. I think the number.
There you go. You could also text 33777 to get in touch with the Biz Chicks.
There we go. I got it.
Join. Yeah, there we go. 33777. Love that. Join the Biz Chicks. Why wouldn't you? It's free.
Yeah.
And there's info, definitely. We are coming up to the end of the month shortly, and on first Mondays, they have a new spot, a brand new venue, so you can join the Biz Chicks there for their first Mondays, and there'll be more information coming up about that as it gets closer to first Mondays.
Yep.
TJ, all the way from New York City, thank you so much for all of your great information. I am Dr. Tachi.
I think we got somebody here. Let me see. Fred?
Oh, hey.
I don't know if you can see me better, but go ahead, wrap up.
That's okay. Let me move the banner.
Okay. Once again, we thank you all so much for coming out. Oh, what was that? Okay. Don't forget to go to the front of your own line. What is the line with the Biz Chicks are trying to help you run a profitable business that will take the hassle out of your hustle. You want to take the hassle out of your hustle with a profitable business that's fun to run. I think that's it.
That's
Well,
it.
rather than me butchering the rest of the thing, we'll just say goodbye, and we will see you next week for Tech
Bye,
Friday.
everybody. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.
Thank you for tuning in today. We trust you've learned something to help you build a more profitable business and take the hassle out of your hustle. See you next time.